Right. Just going to see if anyone comes on.
I'm here.
Just take a little while though, sometimes for it to sort of kick in.
Yeah, there's always a few minutes to be talking to yourself.
Yeah, right, there you go. So like you need the notification, don't you?
Should I be the first to comment? I'll get on it.
Right, hi everyone. Just going to wait for a few more to jump onto this, as we are. So I'm assuming you've all sort of been watching Paul on his live in his secret location. Obviously my location isn't as secret, as you can tell. Like hi to everybody, Maz, Michelle, Alison, Robbie, Jenny, and so on and so forth. So just introduce myself just in case a few of you don't know who I am. I'm Dave, one of the team for Haunting Nights, and in a second we have actually got another team member with us, and she's just going to wave and say hello, and that's Colette. So yeah, so what we're going to do, we're going to have a little walk around into St James's Park. Obviously it was a graveyard at some point, so we're going to do that, have a little nosy. Colette's going to keep an eye on the Facebook comments, and she's going to highlight if anything sort of gets said to me that I can reply to. I'm not going to be out here too long. As always, I've got a nice bottle of something at home waiting for me, so I'm always going to be like that. Yeah, so we're going to have a little wander around. While I'm actually on, as you probably know, we are coming back onto our outside events as of the 29th of March. The Summer Madness, and what was the other thing? Midweek Madness and the Summer...
Sinister Summer.
Sinister Summer, that's the one, yeah. So good job I've got someone with me tonight, otherwise, yeah, you'd think I've already hit the whiskey. Yeah, so Sinister Summer and the Midweek Madness. So have a look on our Facebook and our webpage. See if any of these events coming up you fancy jumping on, because you'll probably jump on with one of us and have a bit of a laugh. But as you can see, you've got Liverpool Cathedral right behind me, and what we're going to do, we're just going to walk down into St James's, have a little walk around the outside footpath and what have you, have a little chat, and then we're going to find a little quiet dark area to do like a little bit of a spirit box and calling out session. So how are Louise? Evenings to Dave. Yeah, hi Tara, you okay? Yeah, so yeah, it's difficult to be sort of secret about this one, really, because it's too obvious where we are. But we are allowed to be here, social distancing and all that kind of stuff.
I wanted to go when you said hi before.
All right, okay. Hi Kerry, you okay? So I'm just going to turn the camera around just so you can see, and turn the torch on a little bit. Right, as you can see, plenty of gravestones lining the walls. There's quite a few. We've actually come into what is like one of the main entrances into the quarry. This was dug out obviously for access, but as again you can see along the sides here, we've got plenty of gravestones with numerous sort of people inscribed into them. We have had reports in this area of the sounds of footsteps and an image of what people seem to think is a soldier walking down. So we will come back up into this little bit later on to do maybe a bit of spirit boxing this side. I'm just going to pass Chloe. We have got a K2, so I'm just going to pass Chloe that K2. So just Colette, sorry. I don't know why I said Chloe, because someone's name just came up on that then. Charlie. I know. It's yeah, so yeah, just put it on that side. So again, we've come into here, lovely view of the cathedral there. Again, there's nothing so much secret about this place, because yeah, it's too obvious where we are. But obviously Paul's location, quite secret, quite a good little location. A lot of the team are very jealous that. He's actually down there, but obviously, as things are, we are staying local to where we are generally. Unless you're Boris Johnson, you can travel 7 miles. But yeah, so having a little look. So all we're doing is having a little wander, a little walk round, and hopefully, if you see anything, just let us know. If you hear anything, let Colette know, and I'm sure she'll just run off and leave me for dead, because she's seen all the comments. But yeah, so again, just another view of the cathedral as it is. So yeah, so this place, like I said, was a quarry dug out. The building, a lot of the buildings in Liverpool city centre were used out of the stone that was brought out of here, were built I should say. Obviously left a big gaping hole in the middle of this part of the city. So hi to Jill Island. Yeah, Colette told me to say hi to you. Yeah, so it was dug out, and the city was in dire need of a graveyard, somewhere to bury all the dead. Because back in the day, obviously disease was rife, obviously accidents were quite common, with it being a port as well. You had the issue of sailors drowning and families coming over full of disease and not making too good on the journey, really. Yep.
It's been on one bar the whole time and just doesn't stand here.
Right, okay. Right, so the spirit box won't affect that.
It's just it's been on one the whole time.
Right, okay. Well, it's definitely picking something up. Again, my personality. So,
it's electric.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's definitely picking up something there. So just keep an eye on that. Yeah, so they basically used this area of the quarry to put mass graves in. So what you've got is, I think it's about 56,000 bodies actually buried here. And as you can see, the gravestones are all sort of put up on the sides, as you can see there. There's hardly anything in the centre. There's one grave sort of just on that side, and there's a couple what I class as me Harry Potter grave set over there. But yeah, if you were to Google images of this location, you'll find that not one bit of this grass was free space. It literally had gravestones everywhere, whereas now it's a beautiful park. But the 56,000+ bodies that were buried here are still here. And a good percentage of those bodies are of children, sadly. And I'm just going to show you, like, again, some of the graves. Well, the gravestones, I should say. So as you can see, as always, like, the graves are there showing like 12 years, 9 years, 11 years, and that's the Liverpool Orphan Boys Asylum. Yeah, and we're getting a little bit of sort of activity there, and the spirit box isn't even switched on anyway, so yeah, a bit strange. But then again, you've got, which one's this? No, it's just that one, isn't it?
Just these two.
Right, okay. Right, and that's the what? Liverpool Infants Orphan Asylum, and this is the Liverpool Female Orphan Asylum. But again, if you look at some of the, I mean, the spirit boxes, proper going for it.
It is now.
I won't mind, just to show, like, the spirit box isn't even switched on, so I've never had that happen. But again, it's going for it, so that's interesting. But the ages on some of these graves, again, 23 months, 4 years, 6 years, 8 years, and so on and so forth. Very young. So again, very interesting. And we're going to continue our little walk a little bit further down here.
Can you say hi to Jackie and Mark?
Right.
Come on.
Right, so Jackie and Mark have been told to say hello to you. Thanks for joining us. Again, thanks to everybody who's actually stayed on and joined us now. Obviously Friday nights. Any other time, if we weren't for restrictions, we'd be out and about doing bits and bobs, like in locations, but at the moment this is the best we can sort of do until the 29th of March, obviously, and then we're going to have a bit of fun with it. yeah, so just bear with me 1 second. Right, so right in front of us, you've got, I'm just going to pan around, you've got William Huskinson's monument just there, memorial I should say. He was a big sort of political figure in the city of Liverpool. He met his end, sadly. He tried to jump off one of our country's most famous locomotives, the Rocket, and actually got run over by it, mangled all his leg, did himself a good injury, and he didn't last due to that. Obviously infections and so on set in, but he's said to haunt this park. He's supposed to come out of his little monument and walk up and down like this little pathway, as you can see. He's supposed to walk up and down this area, and top hat, black cape, and so on and so forth. But saying that though, Liverpool has a history of black capes and top hat kind of men walking around saying hello.
Your
and
Saturday night?
that's, yeah, it's just my Saturday night, yeah, definitely. Just another little view of the cathedral there.
Keep getting it in here, but when I step up, it goes up.
Alright,
Just keep coming and going.
a bit strange. Well, we'll just have a flick of light then. What we're going to do, we're just going to walk straight down to the bottom, because the last time we were here,
There's a group of kids there.
yeah, there's a group of wildlife.
So,
Yeah. So, hang on a sec. Let's just turn that off 1 second. What we'll do, we'll just go down to the bottom side. And what's that?
you still alive?
Yeah.
Just watching you march now.
I just didn't want to blind people. But yeah, so if you, yeah, something. Yeah, the K2's definitely having the moment, yeah. Yeah, so William Huskinson's memorial, as you can see. Just a little nosy and just see if we get anything.
Is there anybody here? Can you make a noise? My name's Colette. I've come here to see you with Dave.
No,
Yep.
not bad. He's probably trying to find a pub.
Oh,
Well, we got something. Yeah, we're getting something.
When you come out?
And I'm a good distance away from you, to be fair. Even though the camera doesn't sort of
Yeah, my phone's
show.
over here.
Yeah.
But then not in there.
Having a bit of trouble with camera or connection there. To be honest, I'm showing my 5G's kicking in quite happily, so let's just see how we get on, Kerry. Hopefully it's not too bad, but again, if it
Yeah, they're a couple of seconds behind.
yeah, so if you do like sort of drop out, if we do, just give us a sort of message and we can sort of see. But yeah, so we're walking up to the other side of the park. So Spirit Box, last time I was on this side, had someone speaking to me in German. The only thing I know in German is I love you, and even then I'm not saying it because I make it sound very rude. So yeah, so other than that, but like I said, we're just walking up. There are still a few graves sort of on this side, but we have stories of vampires and occult kind of rituals in this park. And again, even though it is a park, as we say, all the bodies are still here. 56,000, and a lot of people tend to come here and, like as we are, you know, doing like this sort of little ghost walk and little chat, tend to do their own little thing. But the stories of people being dropped off outside here after nights out in the city, walking through, and in one case there was a young lady who got assaulted, and he went up. I don't know. But yeah, so got assaulted and was chased through the park, basically. She turned back at home and met her I think it was a boyfriend at the time, and a couple of housemates and so on. And they decided, look, we're going back here, we're going to see if we can find this fella, and he's going to get a bit of a kicking. They came back here, and yes, the chap was still here. However, the chap managed to knock the girl's boyfriend straight to the floor and just disappeared right in front of them. So, you know, there is a kind of, like, who was he? Was he real? Was he some kind of spirit? Was he some kind of vampire? I don't know. I mean, like, if you want to believe in vampires. But again, the fact of someone coming to the graveyard.
Just been a white flash across the screen.
Right, okay.
The whole screen just went white.
Well, I'm just going to swap hands because my arm's hurting. But yeah, so I mean, you've got like stories like that where you've got obviously people being chased and affected and attacked in here, physically attacked as well, for a better way of putting it.
What happened again? Was it your hand or anything?
No, I've had my hands sort of just fixed behind my cameras up on sort of this side here.
Ask if anybody else seen it.
Yeah, anybody else seeing? Well, hang on, Susan Sinclair said orbs. Hi Andrea, from Cambridge. Andreas, yeah, I'm not even going to try and pronounce your name. Yeah, so we just got someone walking down with a couple of dogs. I'll just get out of the way a second. Right. Yeah, so again, we've got a few more sort of graves sort of here. We have had black shadow figures now, also sort of wandering about. Now where I've come here is actually the opposite entrance to where we initially came in. I did a live here last summer with one of our team.
I always heard a giggle.
You've heard a giggle, right, okay. Yeah, we did a live here with one of our team members last summer, and when I walked through the gate that's just ahead of me, there was a bright, even though it was middle of the day, big bright flash of light which sort of travelled sort of down this way, zigzagged all the way down. I didn't notice it on the live, it was other people.
You're going out of focus.
Yeah, it's just
Another orb.
I know, it's the only problem, like trying to sort of stay in focus, so there we are.
Orbs still off here. There's no insects. That's all.
Yeah, it's probably like a lot of little insects and what have you. Claire, no, it's not raining. It isn't. It isn't raining, but
You can't see those little white things.
no. Like I said, we physically can't see, as Colette said, we can't physically see the little white sort of orbs. But I do believe it's probably just bits of dust and bits of crap falling from the trees, to be honest. Yeah. Apparently Victor's a grass. That's what that grave says anyway. So if anyone knows Victor, yeah, Victor's a grass. So yeah. Yeah.
Hashtag.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're just having a little bit of a walk back down now. But again, there's still a few sort of gravestones over on this side. We need to find somewhere where we're going to do like a little bit of a calling out session. So I'm thinking we might do two areas, maybe the Harry Potter side, and then potentially.
We keep getting flashes of mist.
Right.
Screen.
It could be my breath. I mean, I'm trying to not sort of breathe in that direction, but it depends on how the wind goes. Another bit of mist. Ghost detector under the table. Manifest. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that one. But yeah, so it's yeah, so if anyone sees anything, like, just let us know. Like I said, what we're doing, we're just sort of walking the length of the park just so you can sort of see it, for those of you that have never seen it before.
Chloe's called you a comedian.
Yeah, Chloe's been on plenty of events with me, and
right.
I'm more, well, to be fair, with my sense of humour, it's more in the gutter. Yeah, it's more in the gutter than it is anything else. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, so it's quite an interesting place to come. But we've come here tonight, obviously, to have a nosy round and just have a little walk and see what we get. And just to let you know, obviously, that we are going to be, fortunately, coming back onto these events from the 29th of March. Again, I'll highlight it again. Like with the Midweek Madness, the Sinister Summer. Obviously, we are looking at putting events on for families, so that'll be interesting to do. Let's have a look. But yeah, so we're just having a sort of nose around now. There is a child in the park. Thankfully, it is with its parents.
It.
And I say it because I don't know whether it's a boy or girl. I think it's a little boy, to be fair. So we're just gonna have a little wander down.
Well, just as I say that.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
It's doing something though, isn't it? So like a couple of times. Possibly. Right, so I'll just put the camera back on myself because you all want to see my pretty face on a Friday night and put you off your teas.
You said why aren't you in the Skirrid Inn tonight on a Friday?
Why aren't I in the Skirrid Inn on a Friday? I would love to be in the Skirrid Inn on a Friday. One of my most favourite places, that is. Favourite location, I'd say. It's the only place that if I had the money I'd buy. And
So we never go to the bar.
Yeah, it would be free drinks all night for me. But no, the Skirrid's a great place to go, and hopefully we will be there sometime soon. Yeah, like Jeff and all his staff that own the place and work there, so that'll be quite good. Yeah, so we just sort of come back to the, oh god, Mr. Steph, like Huskinson's monument again there, as you can see. But we're just going to continue walking down.
There are people here, so if anyone here's giggling.
Yeah, like Colette just said then, we've got a couple of teenagers over on our left and...
You said you're putting them off the gin.
Putting them off the gin? It's a nice detector. Ah, right, that's okay.
That is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Maz, isn't it?
Gently and ask me.
Right. Not sure. Yeah, because... Yeah, no, that's fine.
No, but like with the asthma.
Yeah, listen, with my bloody lungs at the moment, I'm poking out my arse as it is. I don't need anything like that. And yes, that's not the sound of someone having a pee. It's there's a little sort of stream, like a little thing in the park. When they dug out the quarry, they actually found a natural spring, and the spring has a constant flowing water supply, but people have over the years drank it on the basis of thinking it's going to sort of give them good health. Apparently it was sort of promoted back in the day as giving good health, drink it away. However, it's got such a high iron content it would make people ill. So yeah, it's probably not advisable, but if you do come to this park and you do decide to have a little swig of it, it's at your own risk. I'd rather have me whiskey at home. But yeah, so there's that. But you've got the stories of someone called Jenny Greenteeth who likes to come to places like this and grab children or people and take them off and drown them. And where the well is, just sort of behind me, generally that's where she would congregate. And I would have gone over there, but there's a bunch of people just sort of over there in front of it, so you wouldn't get to see it anyway. But what we're going to do, we're going to head into the corner. And we're gonna crack a
Ooh, this is
going up again. Just hang on.
Just as a stop, it goes right back to.
Now, let me just knock the lights off so we can see. So I'm a good 6 feet away from Colette, so there's no reason for that to be sort of going off. And again, we're in the middle of a park, and it's just stopped. And again, I've not moved any further. Colette's not moved any further. So what we'll do, when we go down to the other side, we'll get the spirit box out and we'll do a bit of calling out, and we'll have the K2 with us, and we'll see what we can actually find. You may hear sort of a bit of a noise in the background. Have I? You may hear like a helicopter in the background, and yeah, the police are sort of circling think it's Boris himself in his helicopter flying around trying to make sure we all stay in. So yeah, so let me just turn the camera around. So this is where I was sort of on about. This is what I generally would call me Harry Potter chess set. Again, this place has got quite a few sort of historical sort of things going on about it. I mean, you've got here, what was he? William Seth Barry of Kentucky. And again, as you can see, K2 sort of going off on one. Nothing around the back. But yeah, he's standing in front of it. It's nothing. So just go up a bit with it. No, wait, it was actually going off. But yeah, so can't remember if he was like a governor or a senator or something like that. But yeah, so he is like quite a few Americans actually buried here. We are just going to walk over to the other side, because the one thing with this graveyard is it is full of sailors, and with trades between ourselves and the US. Obviously, you've got quite a few sort of masons and so on and so forth. Quite a few accidents, quite a few people. Again, like the K2s sort of like going off. Yeah.
You got trickster?
Well, I mean,
we did reacted to that.
I mean, it's definitely there's definitely something about. Because, like you say, it's.
Tell them about your batteries. Your batteries died.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, some of my equipment, I put fresh batteries in, and as soon as I've turned up here, they've actually died on me, so I'm a bit gutted. And the K2 is the only thing that's working at the moment. But yeah, so we're just walking over to the far side where we'd normally be. Yeah, you can smell someone who's got a bit of sort of cannabis out there, I think. Someone's smoking something they shouldn't be. Just going to turn that around. Right, so again, some of the graves. So you've got like this one here, Lindsay Halsey, another US seaman, captain, I think he was, as you can see. Again, rapture, disembodied and decided.
Rapture, disembodied,
yeah. But again, you've got Mason symbols and so on, so forth. Anchor. Now, the story on this chap is he was stabbed to death by one of his own men. So yeah, he was murdered on board his own ship, brought back to Liverpool, buried here. And yeah, the story, I'm not going to go into it too much, and that's for you guys to come along and actually find out when you actually do an event with us. But let's just say that his spirit is supposed to wander on this side quite a little bit, a dark figure, and just over in the distance, just sort of roughly about here, a few months back. Have you? Yeah. A few months back, took a photo sort of facing this way, and what looks like an image of a chap in uniform sort of just over there. To me it looks like an American airman, but to others they say like it's a sailor and what have you, so I don't know. Let's have a look. Just gonna show you one more grave quickly. And so you got another grave here, and again Captain Charles Webb, another seafaring captain who committed suicide, sadly, due to an accident that he had here. You can just hear the helicopter. But yeah, is he the chap that we actually hear walking up here? Maybe, maybe not, we don't know. But we'll find out. Like I said, we're going to do a bit of a spirit box calling out session in a minute. Where do you think we should go? Over there or over here? Should we give that a go over on that side?
The one that's been cleared.
Yeah, so
Just started going up.
Just started going off.
Let's see the boat.
Right, so like over on this side, apparently it's unconsecrated ground. Just before we do head over there, so apparently, like just in the distance there, people have been known to come over here and pour animal blood on some of the gravestones. They've been known to do a bit of devil worshipping over on that side. Yeah, so it can be quite active. And the last time I was here doing a long spirit box session, I had voices tell me to leave and go. Not what it normally does in my spirit box sessions. It normally swears at me, to be fair. So yeah, but what we're going to do, we're going to head over to this side and we're just going to sort of get the spirit box out, see what we can find, do a bit of calling out.
So you said Sydney and yourself. Oh, we've just got another mist right across.
Right, okay. Sydney. So, I don't know.
Yeah, that was
A strange one, that one. Right, so again, we're heading over to these, like the...
David, looks like you're walking through mist.
Does it?
Yeah, there's nothing in front of us.
Alright.
Like on camera.
Okay.
I don't know whether it's just my lens.
No, but the wind's blowing towards my face as well. So, like, even if it was my breath, it actually wouldn't get beyond the camera generally. Right, okay. Yeah, so, like I say, we've done just a little bit of a scoot round, just so you can see what the place is like. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to come over here, and we're going to sort of stand, I don't know, I reckon about here, because normally when we do an event, we tend to find that some of the guests come over on this side, and they report seeing a little girl sort of running about. I've probably been here, what, 6-7 times, like, do it with the same thing said. Yeah, a bit strange, and admittedly I have seen something over here myself, but I couldn't actually make it out. So yeah, so it's sort of just, I don't know if I can see, like over here, you know, she tends to run sort of this way towards what is a set of trees, but there's nothing but like a wall sort of just behind me. So as you can see, just turn it round. So Colette's having a little sort of wander over there. Yeah, it's I think she's looking for a Stella, to be fair. Yeah, so let's have a look. I mean, there are a few little graves here. I mean, we could do a bit of a session here if you want. I mean, like I say, we've got a couple of graves over on this side. Slightly out of the way as well, so I'm not going to get disturbed by anyone. But like I say, this place is just weird because it's just random, because you've just got a handful of like graves and gravestones and what looks like tombs just dotted about. Yeah. Right, so if you want to bring that spirit box to me.
So demanding.
I know, thank you very much. Oh, it's okay. Right, I'm just going to place it on the top, sort of there. I'm going to switch it on. So you just got a big view of my ear hole then, which wasn't the most appealing.
Suppose we've worse angles.
Well, yeah. Although I do have the best side, so let's have a look. Right, so I'm just going to put this spirit box on. I'm just going to put it into sweep reverse. Just going to turn the volume up ever so slightly. And so I don't know if you can sort of hear that. So just do me a favour, if you're on, if you can hear the spirit box and you can still hear me, just let me know. Just so I know. Okay. Right, if anyone can just jump on and just let me know if you can actually hear me on the spirit box.
Yeah.
I could have sworn I just heard the word no. So we'll see. Hearing okay, can you hear me as well? Oh, play Dave. Right, thank you, Maz. Right, so all we're going to do, like I say, you may hear like people walking about and so on and so forth. Again, you can hear the helicopter coming over, there's nothing I can do about that. So obviously we'll let that go by.
So Tara said you heard no.
Yeah, I heard no as well, Sarah, to be honest. So yeah, so we'll just let that go by before I start properly. Because what we'll do, we'll just do like five minutes over here, then we'll move over to the other side, and we might stand in the tunnel and see if we can get anything in the tunnel as well. Because normally I'm quite static. All right. Okay. Okay then. Hello spirits. My name's Dave. I'm here with a lady called Colette. We're here to speak to you. Can you come forward and say hello to us? This box that I've got in front of me with a little blue light on it, you can use that to communicate. You can use that to say hello. Can you say hello to me, please? Sound like Jordan. Are we in trouble for being here?
Afraid don't forget Toad's Adam evening step.
Oh, okay.
Afraid don't forget Toad's
It's Adam.
evening step.
Yeah. Let's have a
Because I
look.
just tripped over.
I know, probably. Yeah. Is Adam here? Is there anyone called Adam? Yeah, that sounds like who is, yeah, definitely. Who is Adam? Are you Adam? It sounds like a very faint no then in the background of that then.
Sounds very far away.
Yeah. Right, again, if anyone's watching, if you hear any words, because believe it or not, it's harder for us to hear than it probably is for you guys. So if you do actually hear something, just sort of let us know.
Just be like that at the branch.
Yeah, just plus is that K2 as well. Right, so I'm just trying to get that in view. So K2's like, I mean, you can stand behind me if you want with it, just so we can sort of see it. To not directly because the light's shining off the top of my head now. Dear God, that's shocking. Yeah, that's it. No, I mean you can step back a little bit if you wish. Like that'll be, yeah, that's alright. Yeah. Again, people getting blinded off the top of my head. Don't mind. I thought I did a good job cutting it this morning. Right. Had Adam come through a few times there in the past. That's Claire. I think I actually remember you saying that, Claire. Andrea, you've frozen on me. It might be just your connection rather than mine. Again, I've got 5G. I've got full signal, so again, it's if it's not, I'm going to complain to Vodafone. Tell you. Right, if you're here with us and you want to communicate, can you come forward and say hello to us clearly? Let us know that you're there. You said someone thinks the spirit box said back up. Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. Be told. Yeah. So. Yeah, 6 foot if you don't mind. Yeah, if there's anyone here with us who wants to say hello, if there's a little girl who likes to wander and run in this area when she sees us, are you frightened of us? Is that what it is? Are you happy that we're here? Are you happy that we're here? There's a clear yeah then. Would you like to speak to us? Would you like to speak to us? Yeah, kids, yeah. Can you say my name? Can you say David? Yeah, I heard a yes as well, Kerry. Can you say David? Yeah. It does sound far away, doesn't it? If there are any children here, you don't have to be frightened of us. We are here. We're not here to upset or offend you or scare you in any way, shape or form. We're just here to talk to you. That's all we're doing, is just talking to you. Nothing else, nothing more. We're a very friendly bunch of people.
Well, I am.
Yeah, Colette says she is. I don't know. Just double check. I'll be if it says Sir David. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be impressed if it says Sir David as well. Yes, my new status. That's like, clicking on. Yeah, a little bit. Haunted Night official Lord David. Yeah. Lord David of Liverpool Shire and surrounding areas. Thank you very much. Yeah, so if there's any children here, would you like to say hello to us? To Dave all the way. Definitely. Seriously. It's going to end up with a bit of a complex now, mate. Like a bit of an ego trip. Happy days. As you can tell, if you're here with us, we are a happy bunch. And we are here just to speak, and the K2's actually going off in the background there. We are a happy bunch, and we're not here to upset or offend you. See, it's picking up my comedy value, that is. I feel lack of, yeah, probably. Can you say hello to me and Colette? Can you say hello? Yeah. Can you say Colette? I'd like now. Do you want to say Colette? Say hello to Colette. Is Colette a witch? Yes or no, is Colette a witch? It sounds like I don't. I'll fight you anytime, Tara. Yeah. With one hand behind my back. Can you say hello to Colette? Don't know. That sounds like don't know then, so we know. She's nice, you know what I mean? She's not here to upset you. Can you say hello to her? Well, if there's any children here that want to say hello to her. Could be someone's torch. Or it's the police, if it's the police we're egging it. I know, yeah. Can you on the ghost detector? That was for Brad, not you, Sir Dave. Tara. Right, okay.
Every time you mention Tara, it goes to yellow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going again now.
Yeah, going up to yellow.
Tara. Don't say hello to Tara.
Yeah, that sounded like hello then on that one.
Do you have a message to Tara? If she says just family.
Can you say hello for Tara?
Yeah.
It sounds like no. Yeah. Yeah, it sounded like it. Can you say hello to me? Can you say my name? Can you say my name? Can you say David?
Yeah, I can.
Just to confirm, are you happy that we're here?
Yeah.
What city is this? Can you tell me what city we're in? Can you tell me where we are? Can you tell me where we are? Still done it, yeah, is anyone stood next to me? Should we walk about? Is that what you'd like us to do? Would you like us to have a walk? It's a little bit quiet over there, even though that's going off. On that side, yeah. Safe in darkness. Now what we're going to do, we're just going to sort of walk over to the other side. So I'm not really going to talk too much while we walk. I like the word pig then, I might be wrong. You calling me a pig? No comment. Right, so we're just going to walk over to where I'd normally sort of do a spirit box. It's going to get cold now, though, isn't it? Yeah, I heard can't. Story of my bloody life, Maz. Yeah, the spirit box is actually going off on one as well. So, this one, I saw a face behind you. As always, it's probably, no, it might be Colette, but it's either that or my ex-wife, and she's like following me about. Or just to highlight, you know, she's still with us. Not done anything to her. So, just one sec. All the spirits missing from you and Lisa, they probably are, you know, because you ladies, your energies are fantastic on these ghost hunts. You keep me going as well. So, yeah, they probably are. And they probably look forward to seeing you sometime. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I don't fall over. Okay? The big tree stumps and stuff. Yeah. So, I've just come back over to where we normally be, and you know, it makes a nice change to be over here. Where it's not, yeah, it's lighter, but it's not as muddy today. Right, so I'm just Lee Roberts, I've been told to say hello to you, so hello Lee. Right.
Ghost detector grey.
I'm just going to swap hands. Right. So just give us a, if you don't mind, just let us know if you can still hear me. And if you can still hear the spirit box. Hang on, just dropped it.
Is that in your pocket?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
That's what I got after that random bloke's car before. Didn't know him from Adam, like, but hey ho.
What happens with us now?
That's right. Right, hang on. Right, so just double checking. Can you still hear me, guys? Can you hear me on that? Yeah, just see if you can still hear me. Yeah, can you hear me now? Yeah. You said the word you. Right, so yeah, where we've come now, we've just come over from what was the sort of, or I class as a Harry Potter chess set kind of thing. And we've come over to where the sort of occult stuff happens. So let me just turn the camera around just so you can see. You tend to find like people like do sort of satanic rituals just over on this side. Like I say, you've got the quarry face and quarry wall and so on. Again, there are some graves just over here, as you can see. Right, so I'm just going to sort of put that back on. I mean, that isn't sort of, I mean, that isn't a spirit, that is Colette, okay? So I'm just going to sort of keep the camera on her a little bit while she has a little wander over on that side. Right, does anybody have any names or anything like that they want me to call out for? Any names, any sort of... I just thought I heard the word hello then. And yes. Would you like to say hello to us? There's a lady walking around there with a little box with a green light on it. If you step towards her, it'll actually flash. Can you do that for me? Sean. Yeah. Oh, you have a really funny voice then. Kerry, battery dying. Oh no, it's okay, Kerry. And hopefully get to have your company sometime soon. Down in Wales. Look forward to getting down that side. But I hope you're well and hope you're doing all okay. And hopefully see you soon. So you heard Sean as well, Maz. As well. If Sean's here, can you say hello? Can you say hello, Sean? Right, okay. Colette says hello. Are you here, Sean? Sounded like no then. Can you say hello to us, Sean? Or Adam, are you here? You heard Sean as well, Marjorie. Are you here, Adam? Is that Bill? Or would you class that as William? I don't know. Are you happy that we're here? Are you happy that we've come down here to speak to you? Well, I heard the word downstairs then. I might be wrong.
I did know that.
I just sort of pop that back on myself. Just going to put that sort of here.
Susan?
So I'm just going to try and put that somewhere. Right, so oh, that's a strange one, that. Right, someone heard Lisa. Right. Mazza, he's got the most Scouse accents, it was funny. Probably not talking about me, because I'm a proper mixed bag. You know what I mean? Well, yeah. Right, someone else heard Lisa. Again, the K2 is a good distance away and it's flipping away.
Just heard me.
No, it's okay. Is there someone called Lisa here? Can Lisa say hello? Erase, smell, club. Oh, you're not assuming it's me, the smell.
Club.
Love the accent. Just to clarify, is it my accent you're on about, Maz? Because honestly, I would disagree if it's my accent you're on about. But the K2's going up again, so that's good.
Do you like the Scouse accent? I told you, I was talking to whoever's.
Jack Chan, this is great. It's bloody cold though, Jack, I tell you that much. It's,
We're wrapped up.
Yeah. Well, some of us came with a scarf, some of us didn't.
No, Dave, it was Sean.
No, Dave, it was definitely Sean. Right, thanks, Claire. In general, David, in general. Thank you.
We shall got this.
Yeah. It could be worse though. I could talk like a from St. Tellings and talk like that, you see.
What's going on?
You know, is that what you need? You need someone proper northern to talk to you. Sorry, couldn't help myself. But yeah, can you actually still hear me and the smooth box? I don't know. I don't know. It was Sean. Can you say hello to us? If Sean's here, can you say hello to us? Or if there's anybody else here, if there's a lady present, are you the lady that likes to walk in this area, that shows herself in shadow form? Or you could sort like me. I think I've only ever heard your voice once, to be honest. Mars.
Hey, Joe.
You just heard Joe. Right. Hey, my sister lives in St. Helens. So do my kids, so I'm not saying nothing.
Did you talk like that?
Yeah. No comments. I love my kids, obviously. Yeah.
I think you're laughing with them.
Yeah, probably.
No, you're laughing at Dave, aren't you? Light it up if you're laughing at Dave.
Well, light it up all the way to up to bed if you're laughing at me.
If you're laughing with him, light it up.
Yeah. If you love me comedy value. Yeah, if there's...
Oh, I did listen!
Did like it, yeah. See, tell you.
I listened before when you said that.
Somebody appreciates me. Right, so, you need to get some activity going here.
The other part of the fun.
Yeah. Right, if there's anybody here with us and they wish to communicate, wish to come forward and speak to us, can you do so now? Because we're only going to be here for a few more minutes and then we're going to be leaving. So can you come forward on this box that's making a funny noise? Can you say hello to us? Make it clear as day and say hello.
Process.
Can you say hello to me and Colette? Can you say hello to us both? Or if you'd like us to leave, tell us to leave. Can you say leave?
What's it, Dave again?
I heard here. If you'd like to swear at me and tell me to leave in that manner, in your best scouse, you know what I mean, I'd happily sort of do one.
Gone off the yellow again?
Doing something.
Yep.
I heard here too. So can you come and, are you happy that we're here? Is that what it is? Are you happy that we've come to say hello to you? Yes or no? Are you happy that we've come along and say hello?
Why?
Nice. You heard a woman say stay. That'll be first from me.
No comment.
Right, so you want us to stay, is that what it is? You want us to stay?
Yeah.
Hang on, I'll put my arm down for a second.
I'll
My arm's dropping off there.
Oh yeah.
Do you want us to stay, is that what it is? Do you want us to stay and chat to you?
Yeah. What would you like to chat about?
You heard one. I heard a woman say one. So does she want one of us to leave? Does she want Colette to stay? Yes or no? Do you want Colette to stay?
Let's go. I'll stay here on my own.
Good luck.
Good luck. See ya.
See you later.
Oh, it's gone up even bigger.
It is doing it now, isn't it?
Would you like Dave to stay on his own? Like the lights right the way across? No, we're down. Oh no, he knows I'm here.
Get rid of him. If you want me to leave, take the lights away. You want me to stay? Would you like me to stay?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's alright.
Get carried away. She knew.
She knew.
Who's she? You.
No, it sounded like you. It sounded like you.
What did I know?
Does Colette know something? Does Colette know something? Do you know the funny thing is though, other than like my phone,
Mine's over here.
yeah, and yours over there, but the distance it wouldn't pick it up.
Is there somebody standing here now? Can you light
She said, yes, you're in, Dave. It's typical lockdown, I can't do anything either. You know what I mean? Sod's law,
2
that, innit?
meters distance, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Boris. Yeah, you know what I mean? Get a bit of a woman's attention and there you go, restrictions say I can't. So,
I'm here for the spirits.
yeah. It's
I think it's that nice.
paranormal poff, that's what we need. Paranormal poff.
Put your teeth back in.
Paranormal dating site, it'd be alright, that. You know what I mean? At least you don't have to worry about birthday presents and Christmas presents and stuff like that because we can't physically open anything, can they? So,
There you go. You're on to a winner then.
I know, yeah, it'd be alright. Can you say hello to us anyway? Or tell us to leave? If you're here with us, would you like us to leave or stay? One of the two, just say one of the two, leave or stay. Sounds like a very faint leave then, to be honest.
Oh.
I don't know.
That's the guy voice.
Yeah. Oh. Sounds like I heard the word Boris then, I don't know.
Made it.
I made it. Oh. I have no idea.
Oh, crazy.
Right guys, so what... DJ? Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to walk to the tunnel and we're going to leave this sort of graveyard now because it's going on 10 o'clock and it's time for bed. Yeah, it's going on 10 o'clock, so it's time for bed, or in my case, it's time to go home and get a whiskey. Happy days. I'm going to try not fall over here. Yeah, so we're gonna walk up through the tunnel anyway, and I'll just keep this on until we get to the top of the tunnel before I say goodbye to you all. But I will say thank you for the spirits to letting us come down and talk to them. Oh, excuse me. And we'll leave you in peace for now, and no doubt we'll be back. So we're just going to walk up through the tunnel and see if we can actually get anything as we're walking out. Trying to not trip over gravestones here. Nothing on the K2 as we're walking away either. So let me just turn this round so you can see where we're sort of going. Right, so that's Colette walking up and out. Yeah, so we're just going to take our time sort of walking out of here. Right, so if there's anybody in this, see again, the K2's going off, and I'm a good distance away. But if there's anybody here with us that wants to say goodbye to us, can you say goodbye? Can you say goodbye to us? Can you say goodbye to us? Yeah. And we're just going to walk out anyway. But as always, when it comes to this sort of locations, it's always interesting. You may not get a ton of stuff on certain nights, you may get a ton of stuff on others. But that's the beauty about ghost hunting. We don't fake anything. We don't pretend to have, well, we don't have people pretending, I should say, jumping out on things. That happens a lot on other events. But what we do is for real. When you guys join us, it's your night, not the host's night. It's your night to experience and see what you can get. We are as interested in it as you are, and we enjoy hearing everything you have. Let me just turn around on this side just so you can see down. So again, like this is like the main entrance into it with the cathedral in front of us. But I'm going to say thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you for listening to us rabbit on and have a bit of a laugh, because for us it is about having a laugh. It is about sort of enjoying the night. Let me just turn this off so you can hear me. Right, so just turn that speed off. Do you mind just grabbing all of that for me? Sorry. Yeah, so yeah, it's been an interesting. I thought we was only going to be here for like half an hour or so, but obviously we've managed to do roughly an hour, give or take.
Falls?
Yeah, falls. So yeah, let me just swap hands because my hand's cold now.
Oh, Jeff Chan said he liked it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Fantastic. But well, for a start, I'm going to say thank you very much. So we'll just sort of get sort of team in there. Yeah. So I'm just going to say thanks very much for joining us on it. Again, have a look on our Facebook and on our webpage. Look out for the Summer Madness and the weekend midweek.
Midweek Madness.
Midweek Madness and Summer.
Sinister Summer.
Sinister Summer, midweek. God, I swear to God. Anyone I think I've had a whiskey before I've even come out?
Well, these are strange show there.
Yeah, that's the graveyard.
Yeah,
it's not me. It's not me. Definitely not me. But yeah, so the Sinister Summer and the Midweek Madness, and have a look, book on, see what you think. Come and join us. I mean, as you can see, we like to have a laugh and a joke. But we do take it seriously as well, because we are as interested in this as you guys. But we are sort of, yeah, we're fun to be around. Let's just say that we are fun to be around.
Well, I am.
Yeah, well, you know, especially when you're shining lights on the top of my head. But yeah, so come along and join us. Hopefully from the 29th of March, we'll be back at it, and we'll be doing our outdoor events, and then come June the 21st we will be able to get into some of our fantastic locations to do our overnight stays. That is like obviously something that us as team and the company we're really looking forward to, not just for the fact of getting into them, but the fact that we get to share that with you guys, and that you get to come along and share that with us as well. But I will say thank you very much, and thank you for joining us here. Thank you for your interaction on this live, and yeah, we'll see you very soon.
Bye,
so we'll
everyone.
say goodbye and see you later from lovely little Liverpool. See you later.